I'm Michael Collin, Business Manager at Phoenix Taxis. We are a taxi and coach provider in Northumberland. So we've been having vehicles converted by Vic Young for about 20 years now. That's right across the fleet, 17-seaters, 9-seaters, 6-seaters. We've always been delighted with the service, pleased with the design service, and we hope to continue working with Vic for many years going forward. So we have 18 vehicles, 18 electric vehicles from Vic Young, and we have 55 fully electric vehicles across the whole fleet. Electric vehicles aren't too expensive to use, particularly as a taxi. There are significant savings in terms of your running costs, your maintenance costs, savings on fuel, which add up to significantly outweigh the increased initial purchase price. We've seen examples from Vic Young of significant financial savings across the vehicle's use, and we've seen nothing to dispute those figures. The realistic mileage of electric vehicles is always going to be slightly lower than the manufacturer states, but as long as you're organised in your use of the vehicle and the driver's schedule that breaks well in terms of access to charges, then there's no reason why that range should interfere with a driver's usual shift. You know, we operate a number of our own charges around Northumberland, and there's so much access to public and private charges all around the northeast of England that the concern of a charge in a range just doesn't really exist anymore. A driver would always take a break on a longer shift, and as long as they can take that at somewhere that's close enough to a charger to top themselves up during the shift, even the lowest range electric vehicles now will last through the longest shift a taxi driver would ever want to do. I agree that the battery life of electric vehicles does decrease over time, but it certainly isn't quickly. We've operated probably 100 plus electric vehicles since we started using them in 2012, a number of which we've sold at their end of their life here. We've only ever had to replace one battery in an electric vehicle. Most of them have been used probably for 200,000 miles, potentially more for us, and then been sold on to other taxi companies and private individuals with still good enough battery life to use for either a taxi or as a personal car. I definitely would recommend Vic Young for anyone that's looking to buy an electric vehicle or an electric taxi. We've had significant experience with Vic across a number of different conversions for electric taxis, and every time they've been perfect. We've been getting vehicles from Vic Young, as you say, for 20 years plus, and we've been happy every time with the service, with the design. Over the last 6 months, we've had 2 different and significant designs on wheelchair access electric taxis, both of which we've been extremely happy with, and we're going to order a number of those cars in each of the conversions.